Hey everybody, Daniel from the Venza Dutch office. Thank you for coming to another reaction video. We're glad you're here. We've got Sean Shields from the Roswell office with us as always. Doing that. What's up? All right, we've got a veteran and we got a newbie in the house. So let's find out our veteran. Iris, tell us about yourself.
Did you just call me old?
I just said veteran.
So I'm Iris. Hello, everyone. And I'm Senior Director of Operations with HRS, Hospitality and Retail Systems.
Great.
Love to be here.
She's taken the piss out of me and she's got senior in her title. Can you believe it? Peter, tell us about yourself, young man.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Peter Laspas here with Sertifi, Manager of Customer Success, and work closely with hospitality and securing their hospitality processes, secure payments and signatures.
Right on. Glad to have you, Peter. First time in the hot seat, so we'll see how well he does. All right, so Sean, you're going to share your screen, right? Okay, so we're going to look at Sean's screen. I got a question for you guys. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Shields. All right. So this I thought was interesting. The chief executive officer of Trump Hotels is departing from Trump Hotels, and from what in the title references a shrinking brand. And so my question to you is, with the outcomes of, it's not so much the performance of the hotel, but the relationship that the hotel has with the name, the brand name. Is this a liability that hotel leaders need to be concerned about? Is this being associated with some other name that happens to be in the news? Is that a liability that industry leaders need to be paying close attention to in your thoughts? I see Peter's he's anxious to get started. He's nodding. What do you think of this kind of approach?
Yeah.
Or thought, Peter?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all carry our own personal brands. You know, Venza, great brand, leader in the security and compliance space.
Hey,
Certify our companies,
man.
right? And we have to make our decisions of who we align our brands with. You know, companies and ourselves, we have our own personal brands. And you know, when Trump specifically, right? I mean, I think back to Home Alone 2. Remember that movie 30 some years ago? And Kevin's running around New York City, and he's in a lavish hotel, and all of a sudden he looks up and there's Trump. Right, and he's making his cameo. And at the time, I think the lens that people were viewing Trump in is obviously completely different than it is today. A lot has transpired since that time. And if that scene were to happen in a movie today, there'd be different reactions there, I think, as well. So certainly for that gentleman to leave after, being the brand ambassador, that's a tough job. That is a tough job, and that is a shrinking brand. And, the decisions you make obviously have consequences. And you have to decide who you're going to align your personal brand with, and with the companies, the partnerships that you're involved with too. So certainly believe that. Complicated
business in the world of social media and Twitter, etc., and LinkedIn and all of it. It's not just somebody working in the corporate office. It's really so very a lot of focus on that. Iris, what are your thoughts on this?
I think that whenever you decide to join a company, you ideally associate yourself with their goals, with their whole purpose, with how they represent outside. And if that changes over time due to whatever outside or internal reasons, then it can be difficult to actually go to work every morning with a good feeling and being motivated and whatnot. On the other hand, it can be as well that the brand stays the same and you develop further. I think here it seems to be like the opposite, but that is judging because we haven't spoken to this gentleman. But from that point of view, ideal if after all that time you can, still be with a company and say like, yes, our values align. Like I love to represent them outside, and I love to for them to call me their employee.
Yeah.
So
and present themselves in a way that you also can be proud of being associated with them. Yeah. Complicated business. There's just such a red hot light on businesses for good or ill, I guess. But it's just interesting to see somebody in our own industry kind of struggling with whether he's struggling with it or not. But it's it's interesting term. Sean, anything to share before we depart?
Not really much. I mean, there's a definite price to be paid for, how you represent your brand, what you do. If, you are your own brand, if you're the head of a company, right or wrong, moral compass or whatever, right? Where you fall on an issue, it's just, there's a price to be paid. So.
Well, this is big on your shoulders as the brand ambassador of Venza. We look to make sure that you're behaving yourself.
I used to be a much more exciting person, and now I just take the middle road. Take the middle road. What I say.
Very great. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Peter did a great job on your first time. Well done.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.